I'm Matt Moroney. I'm the Deputy Secretary of the Department of Natural Resources here in Madison, Wisconsin. Overall topic is about changes in the foreseeable future as it relates to environmental regulations. There was a shoreland zoning rule passed by the Department of Natural Resources 2 years ago. The implementation timeline was coming up here this February. We'd heard from, when we were traveling the state, from the county code administrators that they would like to have a little bit more time to implement this appropriately. The Natural Resources Board agreed and delayed it for a 2-year period. And during our discussions with the county code administration or code administrators, they wanted to, take a look and explore, some of the requirements and see if there's some additional flexibility that we could give to the impervious surface requirements and the ability for structures in the shoreline zoning areas to be able to expand. And those are there's 3 rules related to that the Natural Resource Board will be considering moving forward with at its March meeting. The wetland reforms basically are providing a little bit more flexibility for economic development to occur near wetlands, especially smaller projects, smaller fills, but it's really placing an emphasis on allowing mitigation to occur so that we see a net increase of wetlands in the state of Wisconsin. That's really what the goal here is: more wetlands, higher quality wetlands that are preserved going into the future so they can serve the valuable water quality functions that they do. And so that's kind of really the intent behind the law. The legislature recently passed it. The governor signed it, I think, 2 weeks ago, and the law takes effect July 1. The bill in the legislature, part of a larger package that takes a look and reforms Wisconsin's law regarding piers. What this rule does, or what this law will do, it's in the Assembly today. We anticipate that it'll pass. It already passed the Senate on a bipartisan vote. It will allow pier owners to place a pier in near their property as long as it doesn't exceed 200 square feet. They say Minnesota is the land of 10,000 lakes. Well, Wisconsin actually has more. They have 15,000 lakes. And when Secretary Stepp and I travel the state, one of the things that we hear about the most is, water issues specifically related to lakes. And there's really 2 issues that need to be addressed. One is aquatic invasive species it's species that are brought into lakes from other lakes, and it has a lot to do with different boats going into different lakes. That's how it's transported. Some is transported through birds as well, but we're really going to try to focus on how do we limit the spread of aquatic invasive species. This is something we're going to be looking at. How do local units of government maybe help us with this endeavor? How do we fund this? It's a big issue that we're going to really be rolling up our sleeves and trying to tackle. The second one, it really relates to water quality in our lakes and streams. How do we deal with that? We have a lot of different tools in our toolbox, but we haven't really been using them in a coordinated fashion to try to get the most water quality bang for the buck. So that's one of the things that we're hopeful that we're going to be able to do, is kind of roll up our sleeves, take a look at all the tools that we have, and put together kind of a comprehensive plan and approach utilizing those tools to see water quality benefits in the state. We're actively seeking input. We seek input from our staff, on ideas within the DNR to make us better at providing customer service and make us more efficient as an agency. We also want input from the general public about what we're doing right, what we're doing that could be improved upon. And you're seeing that with everything. We're using a lot more media tools, internet survey. A perfect example of this is traditionally we've held deer hunter forums. This time of the year, you had to attend in person to the forum. We've only had about 600 people last year attend those forums. This year, we're doing it online as well. There's a survey online that people can take, and the first forums are just now starting to start. But already, just on the online forums, we've had 1,700 people already submit the survey. So we're big into receiving feedback from the public that we serve.